Alright guys, how's it going? It's Atmosphere Amar here, and this is episode 3, I believe, and we're going to be going through what happened in pre-season, all the transfers, the friendlies, not so much the friendlies, but more the transfers, and we played the first couple of games of the season, so it's going to be the August pre-season review, whatever, so we're going to go straight into it. So, first of all, transfers. So, no, you can't go straight to history. So, history. We were given, I think, a budget of 20 million to spend, and so, as I showed you at the beginning of last season, at the end of last season, the last video, we sold Florenzi and Gundogan to Paris Saint-Germain for 12 million. We then went on to sell Perisic for 5 million. Weidenfeller went on a free. Nothing. All these players going out on frees. Piszczek went to Fiorentina for 5 million. Bittencourt went to Villarreal for 5 million. Stefan de Vrij went to Manchester City for 11.25 million. Good player, but I didn't really fancy him, to be honest. I don't think he was amazing. He was decent, but I didn't really fancy him. Julian Scheiber, he had a really good season on loan at Wolfsburg, scoring 20 goals in 30 games, and I managed to offload him for 6 million this year to Leverkusen. So I think that's a good bit of business. I mean, he's getting on a bit, and I don't think his stats have really gone down. His finishing's gone down, his composure gone down. He's decently quick and got good work rate, teamwork and work rate. So he's not too bad, but I think he's just going to get worse from there on out, and I don't think he's going to replicate the season he had last year, so I think that's a decent bit of business. We then loaned out our new signing. We bought him for 3 million, as I showed you at the beginning of last season, for Paris Saint-Germain, and he's gone straight out on loan to Cologne. We then sold this guy. I don't even know who he was. He was some reserve team player or whatever. I didn't need him. Sold him for 1.2 million. This guy for 180k. Don't even know who he is. Julian Koch, again, reserve team player, not needed. And Lucas Zobel. I bought him. I think, did I buy him? No, I didn't think. I think he was bought before I got here, and then his potential went down, so I sold him for 2.6 million to Hoffenheim, which I thought was pretty decent. So we made 57 million on top of the 20 million I already had. So that was a good bit of outgoings, I think, on my part. We then brought in this guy, French goalkeeper, decent potential on a free transfer. Bit of a backup, really, to ter Stegen, nothing too much. And obviously, he can play quite a few games. I'm going to stick him in the German Cup and give him a few games this season. I didn't really play. I don't think I played Weidenfeller once last year. He is at the moment the first team keeper in real life for Dortmund. He's their captain as well, I think. And yeah, he's a decent keeper actually in real life, but obviously he was getting on a bit, and I already had ter Stegen, so yeah. This is the guy we sent out on loan as well. I just showed you. What is his value in red? Oh no, it was just a glitch. We also bought this guy from Paris Saint-Germain for 3 million as well. He's a right back / centre back, so he's going to give us cover in both those positions. As I sold Piszczek and de Vrij, who are our two right backs from last year, so I bought him in. Then I bought this guy in, Vogel. He was 15, but for 2.5 million? Did it say? Yeah, 2.5 million. Really good potential, centre midfielder, ball winning midfielder. That's the type of midfielder I need, but obviously not for now. Not for now, sorry, for the future. But he's going to be in the under 19s playing for them. Bought in Blaise Matuidi from Paris Saint-Germain. Just buying all the Paris Saint-Germain players. I've got a lot of scouting. I've got a lot of players scouted in France. Sorry, a lot of my scouts in France, and just player knowledge is in that area. Again, another player from France, Raphael Braun, regen, £26 million, 21 years old, amazing potential, good current ability, and just look at his stats. I mean, those physical stats are just brilliant. Determination 18, flair 16. For God's sake. Bravery 19. But fudge. Bravery 19. Technique, first touch. So he's a good technical player. He's got a lot of pace, and he'll whip loads of balls in there for Cavani, and hopefully get on the score sheet himself. Centre back then, who's coming from Everton. I bought him for £12 million. Wesley Decker, and good work rate, teamwork, positioning, determination 20. Composure 14, concentration 13, aggression 17, marking, tackling, heading. He's just got all the stats you need for a really good centre back, and I had to bring him in. Excuse me. And probably our first team right back this season, Diogo Matias, Brazilian right back. As you can see, 5-star potential, and 7.5 million, decent stats, and it's something I can work with. Obviously, he looks like a bit more of an offensive right back with decent crossing, dribbling, pace, determination, work rate. So he's looking good. And then this guy, another 5-star potential striker, Greek striker, 17 years old. He's just brilliant. I had to get him because 12 million for him with 5-star potential is just brilliant. I've now got good cover for striker because for the striking position, because I only had Cavani really. I had a few other players that are about 17, 18, but nothing compares to this guy, and he's just crazy. So he's going to get quite a few games this season as well. And I'm loving all those transfers, and I think the team has just gone up a level, in terms of potential and in terms of current ability. I think we're going to do really well this season. Just need to get the team to gel, but from the beginning fixtures, it's looking quite good. As you can see, friendlies, clean sweep victories. We then lost 4-1 to Bayern Munich in the Super Cup. Well, there you go. We're still a step below, it looks like, but I don't know. Allianz Arena though, so we're playing away. They missed a penalty and had a player sent off, but we still couldn't score anymore. Quite frustrating, really. And then we played Voron, I don't know how to pronounce that, 3-0 in the first round of the German Cup with an easy victory. And then we beat St. Pauli in the first game of the first division, 2-0. Cavani getting both of them. So he's had a decent start to the season, 4 goals in 3 games so far, so it's looking good. Wolfsburg next in the league then. The next update, I'll come back to you at the end of what month is it? October. That's the one. So I'm going to be doing 2-month updates just so I can get through a whole host of games. Champions League groups were drawn. Ironically, we had to get Everton, didn't we? We had to get Everton. So it's going to be funny playing Everton and seeing how my Dortmund team stacks up against this Everton team. Obviously, Juventus as well, the big guns, and Cluj, or Clunge, as a few people like to call them. Bit of immaturity there, but anyway, moving on. So those are the fixtures. We're going to play a good bunch of games. Wolfsburg, Werder Bremen, Everton, Cluj, HSV, Juventus and Schalke. So a lot of hard games in those 2 months. And I'm looking forward to it. This season hopefully is going to be better than last year. We can probably hopefully get further in the Champions League, hopefully retain the Bundesliga title and win the German Cup is the aim. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this update, and if you did, please leave a like, and I will see you guys at the end of October.